Express, 22nd of February 2024, according to sources, despite a pro-China president, the Maldives will rejoin India. Analysts warned last night that China is losing the Maldives war even with a lavishly bribed pro-Beijing premier. The idyllic island, well known for its allure as a tourist destination, has found itself at the center of an odd tug-of-war between China and India, the two superpowers vying for dominance in the Indo-Pacific area. Although India has historically had tight ties with the islands in the Indian Ocean, Beijing has become more critical since pro-China President Mohamed Muizzu was elected last year. The Sunday Express issued cautions in October, stating that Muizzu's initial move to remove Indian troops would open the door for China to establish another military base close to India. In 2020 satellite photographs, the island of Fidhu, which pro-China ruler Abdullah Yameen had leased from China until 2026 for $4 million, was undergoing massive construction. Notably, the island's area was increased from 38,000 square meters to 100,000 square meters, mirroring China's operations on the Spratly Islands in the South China Sea. But with Muizzu's agreement to reinstate the displaced Indian troops by May, the immediate threat has been eliminated. After running on an India out ticket, Muizzu garnered 54% of the popular vote, yet he is still a minority leader dependent on inter-party collaboration. Additionally, the minority leader's initial honeymoon phase has been replaced with overt political pressure from all sides of the Maldives. Claims that Muizzu's push for power ignored former president and ally Abdullah Yameen are causing a split between the two. Parliamentary Minority Leader Ali Azim has requested a vote of no confidence amid a dispute over disparaging comments about Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The political unrest last month reached a peak with a clash in parliament. Members of the People's National Congress (PNC) and Progressive Party of the Maldives (PPM) of the government interrupted the ratification process for Muizzu's cabinet, causing chaos to break out. Members of Parliament, MPs, Isa of the Maldivian Democratic Party, MDP, and Abdullah Shahim Abdul Hakim of the PNC got into a physical altercation. Viral videos of the altercation went viral on social media. In one, Shahim was seen holding Isa's leg and pushing him down, while in another, Isa was seen kicking Shahim in the neck and yanking his hair. Although Muizzu has visited Beijing as a state guest, he has not yet traveled to India. To strengthen his economic relations with Beijing, he must seek more Chinese investment and possibly even new infrastructure projects under China's Harsh Belt and Road Initiative. The first bridge to connect the islands of Mali, Hulhul, and Huldhumel is the Sino-Mali Bridge. The bridge was well liked because it provided the nation's airport with direct road access for the first time. Due to the expense of this and other projects, the 520,000 residents of the Maldives face harsh interest payback obligations and over £3 billion in debt to China. Despite this, New Delhi is still investing in the Maldives. According to recently disclosed numbers, India spent almost twice as much on projects in the Maldives as planned last fiscal year, or 7.71 billion rupees, £74 million. Development cooperation has not changed or stopped, an Indian official stated, noting that New Delhi has two engagement strategies for Mali despite the Muizzu obstacle. In private, India's foreign service is still upbeat about the Maldives. Speaking last night, Sachin Nanda, a regional expert from the International Center for Sustainability think tank, stated, "I understand from official sources that India regards this as a short-term setback." While acknowledging Muizzu's leadership's bravado and the possibility that he is using China to extract more from India, it is aware of the fundamentally strong ties between the two nations and that they will take time to weaken. New Delhi will so continue to invest. Meanwhile, Narendra Modi issued a stern warning of his own. The populist Indian Prime Minister decided to spend his annual vacation in the tiny Indian islands of Lakshadweep, similar to the Maldives, even though the Maldives depends heavily on Indian tourism, amounting to £300 million annually. According to Sachin Nanda, this has practically resulted in an Indian boycott of the Maldives. It acted as a reminder that India's economic tap can be turned off as easily as it can be turned on.